The solar panels we see on rooftops around the world capture only 20% of the solar energy they receive. That's right. Despite this apparent inefficiency, this technology is already revolutionizing our global energy matrix and transforming how we generate electricity. In this video, we will dive into the fascinating world of solar panels. You will discover how they transform sunlight into electricity, why they are becoming so popular, and what the future holds for this technology that is literally everywhere. The history of solar panels begins with a very common element in nature: silicon. This material is the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust, second only to oxygen. Silicon is mainly extracted from sand, something we have in abundance on our planet. When properly purified and processed, silicon becomes a semiconductor capable of absorbing light photons and releasing electrons, generating an electric current. But how exactly does a solar panel transform light into electricity? The process may seem complex, but I will explain it simply. A typical solar panel is composed of several solar cells connected to each other. Each cell is formed by two layers of silicon treated differently. The upper layer is doped with phosphorus, creating an excess of electrons. The lower layer is doped with boron, creating a deficiency of electrons, that is, generating empty spaces known as holes. When these two layers are joined, an electric field is created at the interface between them. When sunlight hits the cell, the electrons are energized, allowing them to break free from their atoms. The electric field pushes these free electrons in a specific direction, generating a continuous electric current. This current is then captured by conductive wires connected to the cells. There are different types of solar cells on the market today, each with its advantages and disadvantages. Let's get to know the main types. Number 1. Monocrystalline silicon cells. These are made from a single crystal of pure silicon, which gives them greater efficiency, generally between 17% and 22%. They are easily identifiable by their uniform black color and rounded corners. They are more expensive, but also more durable and efficient in smaller spaces. Number 2. Polycrystalline silicon cells. Made from fragments of silicon crystals melted together, these cells have a bluish appearance and a surface that looks like it has flakes. They are less efficient than monocrystalline ones, typically between 15% and 17%, but they are also cheaper to produce. They are a good option when there is plenty of space available for installation. Number 3. Thin film cells. These are manufactured by depositing one or more layers of photovoltaic material onto a substrate, such as glass, plastic, or metal. The most common types use amorphous silicon, cadmium telluride, or copper indium gallium diselenide, known as CIGS. They are less efficient than crystalline silicon cells, but can be flexible and are ideal for special applications or on curved surfaces. Now let's talk about solar panels as a whole. A typical solar panel is composed of 60 to 72 individual solar cells, encapsulated in ethylene vinyl acetate, known as EVA, for protection against moisture and contaminants. Above this layer, there is a tempered glass cover that protects the cells against physical impacts and weather, while allowing sunlight to pass through. On the back, there is a resistant polymer layer, usually called backsheet, which provides electrical insulation and additional protection. This entire assembly is fixed in an aluminum frame that gives rigidity to the panel and facilitates its installation. A surprising fact is that a well-maintained solar panel can function effectively for 25 to 30 years, with an annual degradation of only 0.5% to 1% in its generation capacity. This means that after 25 years, a panel can still be operating at 75% of its original capacity. It's a long-term investment with guaranteed return. The efficiency of solar panels is measured by the amount of solar energy they can convert into usable electricity. As I mentioned at the beginning, the efficiency of commercial panels currently varies between 15% and 22%. This may seem low, but considering that sunlight is free and abundant, even with this conversion rate, solar panels are already economically viable in many parts of the world. Scientists are constantly working to improve this efficiency. A promising approach is the use of tandem cells, which combine different materials to capture different parts of the solar spectrum. While silicon is good at capturing visible light, other materials such as perovskite may be more efficient at capturing infrared or ultraviolet light. By combining these materials, tandem cells can achieve theoretical efficiencies above 40%. The installation of solar panels offers several benefits beyond clean energy generation. For homes and businesses, it can mean a significant reduction in the electricity bill. In many places, there is an energy compensation system known as net metering, where excess energy produced during the day is injected into the electrical grid, generating credits that can be used when there is no solar generation, such as at night. From an environmental point of view, solar energy is one of the cleanest forms of electricity generation. After the manufacture of the panels, energy generation does not produce greenhouse gas emissions. A typical residential solar system can avoid the emission of up to 3 tons of carbon dioxide per year, equivalent to planting about 100 trees. However, it is important to mention that the manufacture of solar panels still has an environmental impact. The extraction and processing of silicon consume energy and water and involve chemicals that need to be properly managed. In addition, other components such as glass, aluminum, and semiconductor materials also have their own environmental footprint. Even so, studies show that a solar panel typically offsets the energy used in its manufacture within 1 to 4 years of use, depending on location and specific technology. The recycling of solar panels is another important challenge. With a useful life of 25 to 30 years, the first large-scale installed panels are beginning to reach the end of their useful life. The good news is that up to 95% of the materials in a solar panel can be recovered and reused. In Europe, regulations already require manufacturers to establish collection and recycling programs for used panels. A fascinating aspect of solar energy is how it is being integrated into our infrastructure in innovative ways. In addition to traditional panels installed on rooftops and solar plants, we are seeing the emergence of solar shingles that look like conventional roofing materials but generate electricity. Semi-transparent solar windows that allow visible light to pass through while converting ultraviolet and infrared light into electricity. And even solar roads, where specially reinforced panels are installed on the pavement to generate energy while vehicles travel over them. Electric mobility is also benefiting from solar energy. Electric cars with solar panels integrated into the roof or hood can extend their range by taking advantage of the sun's energy while parking or even in motion. Experimental boats and airplanes powered by solar energy are demonstrating the potential of this technology to revolutionize transportation. In the field of agriculture, we are seeing the development of agrivoltaics, where solar panels are installed above agricultural crops, providing partial shade that can benefit certain plants, especially in hot climates, while simultaneously generating electricity. In arid regions, this approach can reduce water evaporation and increase agricultural productivity. One of the challenges of solar energy is its intermittency. Panels only generate electricity when sunlight is available. To overcome this limitation, energy storage is crucial. Lithium-ion batteries, similar to those used in cell phones and electric cars, are becoming increasingly accessible, allowing homes and businesses to store excess solar energy for later use. But solar energy storage isn't just about batteries. Hydraulic pumping systems use excess solar electricity to pump water to elevated reservoirs, which can be released later to drive hydroelectric turbines when needed. Other promising technologies include compressed air storage, flywheels, and various types of flow batteries that are ideal for large-scale applications. The integration of solar energy into the electrical grid presents technical challenges. Traditional grids were designed to distribute electricity from large centralized plants to consumers. With solar energy, we have millions of small distributed generators, often injecting energy into the grid. This requires advanced management and control systems, known as smart grids, which can balance supply and demand in real time. The cost of solar panels has dropped drastically in recent decades. In 1977, the price per watt of solar capacity was approximately $77. Today, this value is below $1 per watt for large-scale panels. This price reduction of more than 99% has made solar energy competitive with conventional sources such as coal, natural gas, and nuclear energy in many parts of the world, even without subsidies. Few people know that China dominates the global solar energy supply chain, producing more than 70% of the world's solar panels. However, other countries are investing to develop their own manufacturing capabilities. Both for economic and energy security reasons, the International Energy Agency projects that the installed capacity of solar energy in the world will increase from about 1 terawatt in 2022 to more than 14 terawatts by 2050. To put this in perspective, the entire current global electricity generation capacity, including all sources, is approximately 7 terawatts. 5 terawatts. This demonstrates the central role that solar energy should play in the global energy transition. Research advances promise even more efficient and versatile solar panels in the future. A promising area is that of perovskite materials, which can be produced at low cost and potentially achieve efficiencies superior to silicon. Organic solar panels made with conductive polymers can be extremely light, flexible, and even semi-transparent, opening new application possibilities. A fascinating technology in development are dye-sensitized solar cells. Inspired by plant photosynthesis, these cells use organic molecules to absorb light and generate electricity, and can work well even in low-light conditions such as indoors. On a global scale, solar energy is playing a crucial role in the electrification of remote areas that do not have access to the conventional power grid. Autonomous solar systems, often combined with batteries, are bringing electricity to rural communities in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, allowing access to lighting, refrigeration, communication, and education. For those considering installing solar panels, it is important to evaluate some factors. Geographic location is fundamental, as it determines the amount of sunlight available throughout the year. The orientation and inclination of the panels significantly affect their efficiency. In the southern hemisphere, such as in Brazil, the panels should ideally face north. The energy consumption of the residence or business will determine the size of the system needed, and of course, the budget available for the initial investment. Fortunately, there are now several financing options that make solar energy accessible to a growing number of people. In addition to traditional loans, many places offer solar leasing, where you pay a monthly fee for the use of the system without having to buy it. Power purchase agreements allow companies to install panels on your roof, and you buy the electricity generated, usually at a price lower than that of the local utility. The future of solar energy is bright, literally. As technology advances and costs continue to fall, we are seeing solar energy become the cheapest source of electricity in a growing number of places. Innovations in energy storage are overcoming the challenge of intermittency, and integration with other technologies, such as electric vehicles and heat pumps, is creating a cleaner and more efficient energy ecosystem. The solar revolution is just beginning. In the coming years, we will see solar panels becoming even more ubiquitous, integrated into our buildings, vehicles, electronic devices, and even our clothes. The energy that bathes our planet daily in vast quantities is finally being harnessed on a significant scale. If you like this video about how solar panels work and why they are becoming so popular, leave your like and share with friends who might be interested in the topic. Comment below which aspect of solar energy you found most fascinating and what other engineering and technology topics you would like us to address in upcoming videos. Activate the bell to not miss any news from the channel. Until the next video,